All right, we back. We back. Facts and stats back in your ear to make it clear. It's your host Rob Lowe. Another NBA playoff episode popping off. We got D that might pull up in a little bit. We're gonna see what's going on with that. But in the meantime, in between time, got my man Clay repping the Knicks. What's up with you?
Man, you already know what's the vibes, man. New York City all day, bro. I'm here to represent.
Let's go. Let's go. K, what's up with
Come on, man. I'm from the town too, but you see what I got on.
you?
That Celtic green, baby. You see me. You see me.
That just means you a traitor, K. But we'll get to that later, man. We'll get to that later. East Side, Eastern Conference freestyle. We're gonna go about 15 minutes on this. And I'm gonna let K start it off, bruh. Celtics big win, what, last night, right? What you think?
hmm
What's up with them
Needed
CBs?
that. Needed that. First game, playing with house money. No Joel. They needed to get that first game, but they got. For me, I wasn't too mad at it. They have championship resolve, man. To come back in the next game, granted, we're at home and whatnot. I mean, we're at home and whatnot, but still, to come in and put on a dominating performance like that after hearing they get to hear everything that's going you know on the off day. So I know they're tuned in, seeing what people are saying, and a lot of people disappointed they didn't get that win, including me. But they showed championship resolve. Clap them by 30. What are we talking about? We ready for the next round, man. What are we saying? My stars are looking cohesive. People
Mhm.
don't have any egos, it seems like, from what I seen yesterday.
Hold up,
So,
hold up, hold up. You say cohesive. It looked like they taking turns to me. It was Jason Tatum game one, Jalen Brown game two. That's cohesive to you?
boy.
You like that?
But listen, not both. If I can get a night where both of them are on, I'll take it. But if one is on, the good part about it is they realize if it's someone's night, they're gonna give them the rock. That's the one thing that I was scared about,
Okay.
especially
hmm
talking about Jason Tatum. Like he's the face, and to give up the rock to someone who's not seen as the face when you're down, that shows trust in your teammate. And you have the intention of going to the next round and evolving and letting that guy be involved and making it be known that he got a home here, man. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. But
Back
I'm
up with
happy
the
with the
camera a
dub,
little
man.
bit, K, so they can see you all the way. But you straight though. Clay, what you think, bruh? Or you could talk about the Knicks too. It's a freestyle. It's up to you.
Oh no! I could go ahead and chime in, man, because I'm loving the series that I'm seeing between the Celtics and the Sixers. It was great to see James Harden do his thing in game one, but I'm gonna have to take K's side, even though I'm a New York Knicks fan. You know, we always rival the Celtics, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I think I'm very impressed with the fact that they're able to share the rock on certain nights and know who's hot and just follow the lead. And if the whole team hot, then that ball moving like it's the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm,
everybody was hitting threes and
mm.
doing their thing. So I honestly, as much as I would
Hey
love to
Clay,
see the
the
Knicks,
Golden State ball ain't moving like it used to. My fault. I'm too early. I'm too early.
it ain't. But you know what I'm talking about. That style of play. You know what I mean.
X.
But what I was gonna say is though the way the Celtics are playing, if they keep it up like they did in game two, I would not be mad at all if they got their time to shine and won a chip. I would not be mad because I like to see the young Bucks win. I'm a strong fan of Jalen Brown. I've been always critical of Jason Tatum, but I'm not gonna lie, this year he's been making me shut the hell up. I ain't had nothing bad to say about him all season. I mean, other than the last game, but it's like, what can you say? They still won by 30. So what if he had
Right,
7 points? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So yeah, man, that's all I got to say about them, man. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you on that one. So for me, in this
hmm
series, so game one, of course, James Harden had the flashback and all that. It was good to see, but what made me mad a little, not mad, let me say it threw me off a little bit, was people was trying to act like, oh, Joel Embiid in the way of James Harden. Like, oh, he really could be doing this all the time, but he getting held back by the MVP. Like, relax with all that. But the problem is the Sixers panicked, bruh. They was up 1-0 and they MVP was hurt, but the MVP got announced on the day of game 2. So they felt that extra pressure to play him when they I've been already hearing all of this through everybody. They should have saved him for game 3 with the extra rest for real, for real. Because it's a different
I
type of
agree.
momentum swing when you coming back home versus him coming back on the road in a game 2. So I feel like they messed up their momentum. They showed the difference
For sure.
between them and the Miami Heat organization because Miami say, okay, Jimmy, we already we got chips in a near future or near past. You know what I'm saying? Been to the finals with this squad, so we comfortable. We know what we need to do. We don't need to rush Jimmy back. And I feel like it's part of the reason why the Celtics in control.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Show your hand too quick, man. I would have sat his. He would have sat. Make him come back at home, fresh MVP, and plus you don't want to mess around with a knee, man. This is not a shooting guard. This is a center that can do multiple
right.
things on the floor, and he's elusive. He has great footwork. He needs those knees. It would be good. It would be good to just
Hmm.
have him get that MVP, let him chill, and bring it back out at home. And you have more momentum going to that game. You see, chestnut checkers, baby, chestnut
Right.
checkers.
And not for nothing, James Harden had a really good game 1. I think that it was kind of a shame that they didn't expect, or I should say, they didn't trust him to at least give them somewhat of a similar performance in game 2 without Joel Embiid there. I think they were afraid that that wouldn't happen. And that's probably why they rushed him out there, which I agree with you. I wouldn't have rushed him out there. I would have definitely brought him back at home with that full momentum. And knowing Joel Embiid, like he would have probably went out there and got 50. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like James's response to shit, yo. Like, yeah, I'm old. I can do this, but we got another MVP. I can. You kind of feeding into the narrative that Joel is in the way. I don't mess with that because we're not gonna act like you haven't lost a half a step to a step. That crossover
And
is
this
still
Right.
the
crazy.
MVP, bruh. Like let's get this straight. The man is the fresh. He just got the trophy. How? Go ahead. My fault.
You right. That's exactly my point. He just got the trophy. Yeah, you're a former MVP and all that, but we're not gonna act like this is Houston James, man. The rules have changed, your body has changed, but I just don't like homie's answers, bro. Like I just maybe it's just me, but I'm not really feeling
Yeah.
that, bro. For real.
Clay, it's on you. Sixers or the Knicks?
Yeah, no, I don't think he wrong. I don't think he wrong. Or you want to start talking about the Knicks now?
It's up to you. No, it's all freezing. I just want to make sure you know we got y'all. We got y'all.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I didn't want to pivot away too much because I feel like there's a lot to talk about with this situation in this series. But yeah, like Joel Embiid, definitely, I don't believe he's holding back James Harden. If anything, you know what I'm saying, James Harden should know that, like for him, that's the perfect fit. He loves to have nights where he plays a little reserved but still get his numbers. And at least you got somebody that's a go-to that you can always get the rock to, and he's gonna go get his. You know what I'm saying? But I was also gonna say that even though we all agree that Joel shouldn't have been rushed back for game 2, I believe him seeing that loss, like he always plays with a chip on his shoulder. Even in pickup games, I see how aggressive this man plays. So I honestly feel like he gonna go get his next game regardless.
All I'm saying is thank God he won that MVP trophy, man. Because to be clapped by 30, fresh off of MVP, disrespectful. And I've seen my man's
That
fold
is fact.
before. Of course, he's grown as a player, but I've seen homie fold. You know what I mean? So I hope he
Yeah,
just, of course, I want the C's to win, but I don't want to clap by 30 every game type of ordeal. At least come back and play well, man. Fresh off the MVP, you got to come home and try to ball out. But I got the
Oh, you
C's,
said,
man. Season
oh,
five,
oh.
man.
You said you don't want them to get finished off by 30 every game. What's your
That's
prediction for the
not
rest of the?
fun.
How
It
many
ain't
more games
fun.
they
Of
got?
course. Nah, man.
What's
yeah,
the
Clap by
series
30
gonna
is
look like?
yeah.
crazy. I
What it?
mean, a nice 10 to 15. Cut that in half and I'll be satisfied. But 30? Nah, man. Nah. Nah, I want to see good
How many
basketball
games you
too at
think
the
the
end of the
Sixers
day.
gonna win?
Come on, man. Come on, man. They lucky to get if they get another one. You better hope
Woo!
he's still running high on that MVP trophy because they lose again at home. They lose at home. It's a wrap. They probably got one more in them.
Yeah,
We gave the Hawks one. They probably got one more in them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel like they'll get a split at home. I got the Celtics game 300,000% though. Yeah, I got that. Y'all gonna get that momentum off, and I got 4-2 Celtics. What you got, Clay?
yeah. But hold on, real quick before I take my pick. Did y'all see Celtics coach? I always forget his name, but did y'all see his reaction at the post game conference?
Nah, I ain't
I
see it.
didn't.
Yo, my man, yo, whenever y'all can watch that, my man's got up on the podium, and I guess one of the reporters got an inside scoop already and was like, is it true that, the guys came out, with a little extra chip on their shoulder to kind of like play aggressive tonight? And the coach was like, yeah, yeah, like short answer, mad serious face. And then they asked him like, well, how was everybody feeling? He's like, we were pissed. And then like I guess they didn't really ask him anything else. So he was like, "So you guys aren't gonna ask me about the defensive changes we made." And before anybody could get to
Oh
answer, he just got
shit!
up and walked off. I was like,
Oh, I
"Damn,
like
bro,
it.
he shitted."
He
I was like,
Ooh.
"Damn, son."
he's
And I'm
weird
like,
to
"Yo,
me.
if the way he feels is even the way half of that locker room feels." I'm like, damn, yeah, the Celtics gonna end this series real quick because what I'm hearing is the Celtics team took real offense to the fact that they gave Joel Embiid the MVP trophy in their city. They were like, yo, like, are you kidding me? Like, y'all just gonna give it to him in the city and then have him play and think that he just gonna come in here and just like run over us like they did last night? Fuck no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
30
that's why
ball,
they
man.
came out guns blazing, 30
30
ball. Yeah,
ball.
like
I like that, coach. I like that, baby. I like that
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
bravado.
He made me like him after I seen that. He made me like him after I seen that.
I'm not gonna lie. I mess with him now, yo. I really like that. He was really weird to me. Like he's a good young voice, but like after that, nah, I fucked with coach. I fuck with coach, man.
Okay. Yeah, I could.
Facts.
So when I heard that, I'm thinking like, of course, Ime Udoka, you know what I'm saying, who got so much credit, or let me not say, he did such a good job with y'all defense and had y'all number one last year. During the regular season, it wasn't as good. Y'all took a little step back on defense. And the
Mm-hmm.
crazy part to me is I gave y'all a pass for being bored basically, but I did that as if y'all won something. Y'all really ain't won no chip. So is these, you know what I'm saying? Is how confident is you that they're gonna go win it? Cause is these the type of how can I say what's the word I'm looking for? Is these the type of things you want to be doing? You know what I'm saying? The type of standards you want to set for a chip?
I mean, I feel so, man. I mean, regardless of, luckily, these players are at a point where they pretty much all know their role and what they bring to the table as far as the team goes. Yeah, they make it. You know, Ime built it on the foundation, even though he was walling behind the scenes. But yo, shout out to Ime, yo, because he gave the squad character, and it's not like these are young bucks who are trying to transition into their prime and they're trying to figure out their real talent and skill set. They pretty much know already what they're going to be doing, what they bring to the table. So it don't matter which coach it is, they can bring it in. I think they would still, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or even to this point right now. So I mean, I don't think it makes a big deal. They know who they are.
Respect, respect.
Word.
So when you Clay,
Yeah, no, I honestly concur with everything what he just said. Honestly,
He trying to talk about the
obviously I'm
Knicks,
not the type that's
y'all.
going.
He trying to talk
Yeah,
about the Knicks, man.
we can start talking about the Knicks now. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to talk about that series and give my honest opinion.
let's get it.
So first things first, I know a lot of people because the Heat came and stole one at home. Everybody's kind of like looking at us now, like, oh, the Knicks gonna fold. We got to remember, the Knicks are the fifth seed for a reason. At one point, we were the fourth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
We was always battling for top five, top six minimum within the Eastern Conference. And with the Eastern Conference being so stacked, I feel like that shows in itself. You know what I'm saying? So while Miami Heat does have their culture and they are the type that they would be the team, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if any team that would be in the eighth seed and to overcome the Bucks in the first round, it would be them. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of their culture and the players they have and the development and everything and the belief in the system, all that. But at the end of the day, man, the Knicks have shown me that they deeply believe in Thibodeau's defense system, and the only thing that's holding them back is injury. Knock on wood, because I don't wish injury on nobody, especially my Knicks. And I would probably say just like efficiency. You know what I mean? Like Julius Randle, perfect example. He had a great game coming back for game two, but I honestly feel like if Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, while he has been playing better, but I feel like them two have to keep up with Jalen Brunson. And also, we have to make sure our defense stays tight and we keep them out the paint and force them to shoot as much as I don't know how they became a shooting team out of nowhere, but we got to try to make them not shoot, but really keep them out the paint. And I honestly feel like we'll be fine. We can end this in six minimum, at the most. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly
At the
could possibly
most.
see them
Oh,
going to
he went
Miami
from
and stealing
minimum to
two.
the most. Okay.
I could see, boy. I could see them. I could see them honestly like catching a flow. If they really find a reason to have a chip on their shoulders, I could, especially Julius Randle, I could see them going into Miami and taking both games, bro, and then coming to home and just
Ooh.
finishing it. I could honestly see it happening, but it's on them making sure that they're in the right mental state and playing like they've been playing like when they had those streaks during the season where we won like you know almost 10 games. I forgot what our longest streak was, but those streaks where we would go on those runs because everyone is putting up numbers and they're putting up numbers efficiently. And the defense is always going to be there because of the system. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to rely on our guys to stay consistent and just keep up with Brunson. And shout out to my dog Brunson, man. Everybody's sleeping on cousin. He's still showing up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, nah, the whole Knicks. First off, y'all both feeling good. I love the energy on the show. You could tell everybody team in the playoffs and just won their last game. I talk about the Lakers later, but the lefty big three in New York, I'm rocking with it. I don't know if RJ quite there yet to where we could say big three.
Yeah, he's almost there. Yeah.
Go ahead, explain that to me.
No, no, yeah, no, I was just agreeing with you because like I've always been like anybody I'm real critical of is RJ, and really because we've all seen the potential of him since his rookie season. But it's just like I feel like by now, and I don't know if this is just me having too much of high expectations, but I expected him to average at least 20, which I know he averaged like, just under about 19 point whatever, rounded up to 20. But I saw him averaging at least 20 something points per game by now. So the fact that I know I can get 20, but I can't rely on you to get 20 is the only thing that like I'm like on the fence with. But the only thing I can't say bad about him is that every year he shows up playing better. You know what I'm saying? Even in the playoffs right now, I feel like he's starting to find his groove and even is playing a little bit better than he has been playing during the season. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that we keep seeing him rise to the occasion and not get stagnant and just become like a regular player that's just going to average 18, 19 points per game and just give you some efficiency, whether it's a free throw shooting season or a 3-point shooting season. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel like he definitely improved going into the playoffs. Maybe I ain't watch y'all as much, but versus the Cavs, I seen the improvement, especially in his offensive game. He became more aggressive. That's what I seen. Like he became like he started thinking less. Like it was more catching. Oh, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm not really waiting on the defender. I ain't really hesitating type shit. So I could rock with that. Of course, Brunson is the key. He gonna have to do him. He had a way better game two, partly because Jimmy Butler ain't play game two. He turned the ankle in game one, so that's the biggest factor to me in this series. But it ain't no way in hell y'all going into Miami and getting two straight, Clay.
That's not happening.
We'll see. We'll
Ain't
see.
no.
Maybe not in the playoffs. Maybe not in the playoffs. I see them doing 1-1 at the least, but I honestly think it's possible.
Okay.
That's a lot. Well, one thing I can say about RJ, man, thankfully he's playing with two score. I like the way the Knicks look, man. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. These Knicks guys, man. But I like the way they look defensively, just how they move out there on the court. But for RJ, luckily he's playing with two guys that can really score the rock, man. So that's only going to instill confidence within him to really show what he can do. But I like the way he's developing. Like, granted, it's not as quickly as people thought it would be, but you can't. I think the kid's gonna be a really good player in the league, yo. I like the Knicks in this, bro, but I don't know. It all depends on Jimmy. It all depends on Jimmy, yo, what he's gonna do when he comes back, because ankle's nothing to play with. That'll cut your production in half, man. But I like the Knicks in this, but I see 7 games, man. I know you a hopeful Knicks fan. I see 7 games for this,
It's
bro.
all good.
I see
Hold
7.
Hey, listen,
up,
and
hold up, hold up.
I would love 7 games. I would love
Right,
7 games,
right. Because
honestly.
seven
Like I wouldn't
games
even
mean
be
it's gonna
mad.
be in the Garden. What
Oof.
Right.
is that
And
an
then that means the
advantage?
crowd's gonna be at an all-time high.
Listen, man, you talking to a
God
guy who
damn.
used to root for the Knicks, man. I don't trust the Knicks for Nathan. You hear me? That's why I'm wearing this green right now. They gotta prove it to me, man. They gotta prove it. They love breaking
Well, I
their fan
mean,
base's
okay,
hearts.
let's keep it real though. No matter what they do this year, you're not gonna switch to being a Knicks fan, is
Come on, man. I would never disrespect my
you?
squad like that, man. I bleed green. You hear me? I bleed green. So I just like the way they look, man. I like the way they look. I do.
Respect. I do too. In a general sense, like the future definitely bright, but so is the Heat, bruh. The Heat.
Exactly.
You got Duncan
Tough.
Robinson getting the cobwebs off him, you know what I'm saying? After he got the bread, Tyler Hero got hurt. They finally threw him in there. That's probably why they look like a better 3-point shooting team now. Bam showing up better. Kyle Lowry had a good game one. And
Hmm.
then all the other players is just good players. They just Martin, you know what I'm saying? Who else?
Yeah.
Who else be Struce be coming in there
Bruce.
and they
Yeah.
just be making plays, bro. They just smart on offense. Gabe Vincent be making some big threes. Smart
I
on
mess with
offense,
Gabe.
smart on defense. Ah, is it?
7 games.
I'm a damn. I want to say 6. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna be real. I do respect the Knicks a little more. I like the game 2 win, even without Jimmy Butler, because it would have been just as easy for them to lose that game for real, for real. So I'm gonna go 7. Heat in 7. What's your final prediction, Clay? I can't hear you. You muted? Damn. Soon as it's time to get that final prediction.
You
Damn.
know my,
Oh,
you know
hold
my
up.
prediction, baby.
Hit that mic at
There
the
we go.
top if it's X'd out. It'll just come back. All right. So we already knew what he was gonna say. That's the problem. He was already gonna say Nixon don't matter. So we gonna get that when he comes back. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get on to the West
Yeah.
unless he
And my
back.
fault. I had to jump out and jump back in. Yeah,
There
my
we
fault.
go.
People started calling my phone out of nowhere. I should have put my shit on Do Not Disturb.
All right, bro. We just wrapping the East side up. What you think about the series? How many games?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I see 6 or 7. I'm praying for 5 because I want my guys to get some rest because I already know going up against the Celtics in the next round in the Eastern Conference Finals is
Ooh.
going to be crazy. So yeah, man. So I that's what my hope is. That's what my prediction is.
See, I knew he was going. That's why I was like, it's gonna be Nixon, whatever. My man said 5, 6, or 7. I fuck with it, bro. We going with it. We rocking with it. We rocking with it.
You
But
look
hey,
real
we
addicted.
on to this next side, and you already know Lakers in 5, 6, or 7. It don't matter. We getting the Warriors up out of there. Game 1, went exactly according to plan. We already know.
Hmm.
Well, my fault. I was saying that it was going to be a mismatch on the perimeter. We ain't had no matchups for Steph. This man, Jared Vanderbilt, is about to get a bag, dog.
Yes, he is.
Understand this.
OD.
Understand,
That's
since he been on the Lakers, it don't matter who it is. Devin Booker. First round he got Ja. This round he got Steph. Next round, well, he might get Joker. He might take Jamal Murray based on who hot. The man is a problem on deep for him to be 6'9", 6'10", and be able to pivot around screens, chase Steph. Oh, get one contest, he pump fake, step back, get another contest, don't foul. That's a different type of athleticism.
Hmm.
AD got that same type of effort in the paint, blocking shots. So now it's like, okay, if we hug up on you and we get you to drive, you really ain't got too much space to throw that floater. Looney, you got the 23 rebounds, but we still on you because you can't guard AD, so we gonna make you tired on that perimeter. Braun, we really only need like two crazy games from you. If we could get like impactful 30 to 40s, this joint is over. I already got it over in 6, but I do respect the Warriors enough to say they're going to win tonight. We're not going to go up 2-0 in Golden State. But as much as they beat the Kings in Game 5 and Game 7, I still don't trust that road record. So they not beating us in LA. It's over in LA in 6.
Okay.
I like it.
Shit. I ain't gonna lie. Before I even give my analysis, somebody, Stephen A. Smith actually said this on First Take today. I don't know if y'all heard, but he said that if Stephen Curry beats the Lakers, LeBron and the Lakers in this series, and goes on to the finals and wins the finals as well and gets his fifth ring, people might have to replace LeBron on the Mount
Oh my
Rushmore
god.
with Steph Curry.
Oh my god. Is this
So
what we
with
doing?
that, hold on, Kay. Hold on, Kay. Hold on, Kay. So with that, I say, me personally, I'm not a LeBron fan, but I think that's blasphemy.
Come on.
Second of all, this is actually still, whether we like it or not, going to be a real test for LeBron because not only is he going to have to worry about those arguments if Steph beats him and goes on to win, but now you're going to have people who are going to also start to talk more smack about him being on the Lakers because most people don't even count the first ring that he won with the Lakers. They say that ring don't
Oh,
count. They call it the bubble ring. You know what I'm
It
saying?
ain't me.
Not
Them
me.
people
Not
like
me.
me.
Not me. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I honestly feel like
What
I
about you,
honestly feel
Kay? Is
like,
them
you know
people
what I'm
you?
saying? But
yo, man. That man will never replace my king, you huh? That's my goat. That's my goat. Yo, shout out to Steph if he gets his fifth. But LeBron has had the league and every team he's been on his back. So that's never gonna happen, at least for me. You know Stephen A. He loved the headlines and all that, so I'm not even paying
yeah,
attention to him.
yeah,
But what's my man's name? Vincent? Yo, he's going to get a bag, bro. He's gonna
yeah,
get a bag. He could be a real X factor piece. I like the pieces the Lakers have, man. The Warriors don't like when you bother them off the screens. Their main thing in their offense is the relocate. The relocation, if you could stay on Steph and not lose focus when the ball's not out of his hands, it's gonna be tough. Granted, you're not gonna fully stop him when you could shoot like that. But just being able to be long, lengthy, if they try to get it off the dribble, you can beat them to the spot. If they try to rise up, you can contest multiple times because you know if there's not one, they're passing it, relocating, getting it back. That's what they
right,
pretty much do in their offense, and it's chaos. You know what I mean? Like AD said, it's like controlled chaos. So there's not really any real sets. It's just really a lot of movement and good passing. But man, I got the Lakers in 5 on this one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Woo.
Looney, his offensive rebounds have been ridiculous this playoff run. But who's
he's
gonna
not
who's
stopping
gonna
AD
touch him?
though.
Nobody's
Yeah,
touching AD.
he's not guarding AD though.
I'm not touching AD. LeBron and last point, like we asking LeBron to have a crazy performance in year 20. So just that just goes to show to his greatness. How dare Stephen A say that? He's putting up his 20s, but that's crazy at that age. So if he gives us a 30, Lakers are good.
This
Lakers are
is
good, man.
okay.
Lakers in
So,
five. Five.
Uh,
all right. So let me address that point right there, because I am the one that's asking for two big games. I feel like it's going to be necessary against the Warriors and the top tier caliber teams, and I don't think it's too. It's not too much to ask. Matter of fact, to ask that from LeBron in the same year that he passed Kareem as the all-time leading scorer. Now, if you tell me he didn't average 29 during the regular season, we got a
Yeah.
conversation, Kay. Like I could real live say, okay, you can ride off into the sunset. Like these is cool, these is good game. But you average 29 coming in. The play in would he give us about damn near 40, hit about 8 threes. And I'm not saying that need to continue consistently, but at some point, you don't
Yeah.
expect the experience along with the year 20 greatness to kick in and do something?
Yeah, man. It's gonna have to happen, but remember, this guy has been here to the finals even how many years in a row. So I'm just thinking that he's picking his spots. He got to choose when to really turn it on with this team because if you try to go full throttle all the way through and not trust your teammates, especially against this squad, you can get burnt out, man. You can get burnt out even for LeBron and his greatness. But I agree. Maybe one or two games he does need to have something explosive where AD really helps him and bolsters him. But bro, LeBron is the GOAT, man. Even at what he's putting up now, he the greatest to me, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you
I'm
are
not.
right. You are right, though, Rob. You are right,
Okay.
though. He needs to have a
I
couple
hear it in
games,
your
but
voice that LeBron to go. I'm not gonna really get into that conversation right this
yeah,
second. I'm a
nah.
respect what you saying right this second. You know what I'm saying? And see,
but
maybe
yo, I
it's a
want to
big
ask
fool.
you. I was gonna
Oh,
ask you something though,
I got
Rob,
you. Give me
because you
one
since you
second.
the
I'm gonna
Laker.
close it out. One
Okay, go
second. I'm
ahead,
gonna
go ahead,
close
go
it out.
ahead, go ahead.
Maybe it's a big fourth quarter from Braun instead of a big game. We'll see. But I want to respect the fact that maybe it's not happening because shout out to D'Lo, shout out to Austin Reeves, shout out to the scores that's getting them buckets. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple times when Braun was open, top of the key, AD open. They like, oh, nah, I'm working. Oh, but between
I
the
like
leg,
it.
fade away, skill me, lefty, you know what I'm saying? Mid range jumps getting off, the big layup
Great
at the
stuff.
end. Salute to him. But what you was about to say, Clay?
Yeah, man, yo, and before I asked the question, I was gonna ask you. Big shout out to fucking Austin Reeves, man, and I don't know if Snoop Dogg was the first person to give him this nickname, but they calling him AR-15, and I'm loving it. That's fire.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that's him.
Yeah, I'm loving the nickname. But what I was gonna ask you, I saw a report that said Westbrook and Patrick Beverly believe that if the Lakers go on to win a championship, they deserve a ring.
Yo, Pat Bev, yo, you pissing me off, bro. You pissing me off now, bro. Yo, he really think he's more than what he is, yo, and it's irritating. Irritating, bro. Granted, I don't know. I don't know how is that how it works though? Like in this scenario, if they win, do they get a ring if they've been traded for the team? No, right?
Yo,
No, hell
you know
no.
it's crazy. When I heard the story, I couldn't even remember if that's how it really worked, bruh. But all I know is in niggas' heads, they got it so made up that they would have never won a chip in LA that niggas just don't want them to get it, no matter what
I'm sorry, nah.
no matter what the
Especially you,
shit
Pat
go.
Bev.
Yo,
Fuck out of here. We
they
deserve a
crazy
ring.
for that, man.
Bro, you
I
low
don't know
key
why they
wild.
would think. I don't know why they would think that they deserve a ring. Don't like if your team plays in the finals and you're injured. Don't you not get a ring if you're injured and you didn't play or something like that?
Nah, you definitely get a ring. If you
Yeah.
anywhere on the team, you get a ring.
I forgot. There's some type of stipulation like that. So but anyway, that's besides the point. It's just what I'm saying is like y'all are on the Clippers. Y'all. not nowhere near the Laker organization. So where in that do you think you deserve a ring? Like I'm confused. Y'all at home right now, chilling, and you deserve a ring.
If you
It's
mad at that
crazy.
much, you'll be on the squad, man. And I love
Word.
Westbrook, and that's my guy. The lights were a little bit too bright, and he was
Facts.
playing alongside the king. But to Rob's point, I like that D'Lo and AR are taking shots and not just deferring to Braun's greatness. I like that
Right.
because you're gonna need that in the next round, especially we going up to against either one of them freaking Goliaths on the other end. You need that for real.
Right.
So I really do like that.
Okay. So that's the perfect segue to the other series. The Nuggets up 2-0 on the Phoenix Suns, and how can I make this segue even better? I mean, Malik Bridges, Cam Johnson, neither one of them would get rings if they was, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They neither one of them would get rings, you know what I'm saying, being as though they on the Nets. But they might need them to get a ring for real, because it's like you can just tell how much more firepower the Nuggets got than the Suns. I'm looking
Yep.
at the game two logs, and KD got like 29 shots, Booker got like 30 shots or something like that. And I'm
Because they
like,
bench is doo doo.
yeah. I'm like, nobody off the bench scoring or shooting. Like, even the jump with a Kogi in the middle of the lane who could have just threw the float up, he pitching it back to KD. And I'm like, bruh, for another three when KD not even hitting the jump. But no Chris, I don't even know if Chris Paul playing yet. I don't want to say no Chris Paul, but with him,
I
let me
think
just
they
say
said
this
he's
one point
out
real quick,
games three
man.
through five, I think.
Let me say this one point on Chris Paul, man. We all know he one of the best point guards ever. And I hate the injury prone tag. I don't use that, bruh. I real loud just say you either lucky or you unlucky. But the shit, it throw me off how unlucky Chris Paul is, bruh.
Come on.
Every time. So that's
This
all I
shit's
want to say,
ridiculous.
man. I
This
still
shit's
got the
ridiculous.
Phoenix Suns game three, but it's looking different.
Yeah.
It
Couple
I,
quick points, right?
yeah, I'll
Couple
let K
quick
go first word.
couple quick points, right? Just to piggyback off that. The Chris Paul curse strikes again, bro. Again. And
Facts.
they're such a completely different team, I feel, when he is not out there. I fuck with Campaign. I do mess with Campaign, but he was really trying to come in and fill that void in that second game too much. He was taking shots that D Book and KD was supposed to be taking. He took a lot of shots that could have either swayed the direction of the game, pivotal shots. But the Nuggets are too stacked, bro. It's like it's too much, bro. Their bench look like starters, bro. Come on, man. It's just too much firepower, and then you got that guy in the middle who's
Hmm.
just so crafty. Like it's a lot to it's a tall task. Now, if they make it through this, then shout out to them, bro. But yeah, man, Chris Paul, bro, the most unluckiest player I have ever seen in my lifetime, bro. Hands down.
Word
But yeah,
two.
Nuggets in six.
Mm. You think, Clay?
Honestly, I agree with everything he said. But just to piggyback off of it, let's just focus on a couple key points right now, and that's Jokic is averaging 31 and a half, 17 and a half boards, five
Come on.
assists in this series. And Devin Booker is averaging their leader, averaging 31 points, almost five rebounds, and seven assists. So I mean, really goes to show that if you're gonna get this team to win, the bench has to show up, regardless if they good, whatever. Like what you got to figure out to use your bench strengths and try to make that go up. And Devin Booker has to show up. Like Devin Booker can't have a night where he's like, "Yo, I probably can only drop 25 tonight." Like, no, you need 30 or more efficiently for your team to even come close to achieving a victory against this stacked Nuggets team.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it might be damn near impossible. I think we might get one game, maybe two. Like I can see one more good game from Devin Booker where it might put them over the hump and they get one victory. but I honestly don't see this going past 6 games. Like, definitely not past six. It might end in five.
Six is my max too, man. Six max. That's
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah, six max. And if they get to six, it like you said, it's really luck, or for some reason campaigns start turning up. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
for real.
So, but yeah, six
Okay,
max.
so with this series, I think the Suns got a real good shot to tie this joint up 2-2. Now, hit me out on this one. Nuggets coming off of home court advantage, which is different in Denver because you got the mile high, you got the altitude, you got a fan base that's starving for the chip, right? When you come back to Phoenix, it's gonna be different because you got another fan base that want a chip, but the role players is going to be so much more comfortable. Like you might not even recognize Biombo. You might not even recognize a Kogi. You might not even recognize Terrence Ross if he get in the goddamn game. They do need
Right.
him to get some minutes. Like that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
as far as when campaign get in this game as the point guard, he need to speed this joint up, bruh. It's not even
Yeah.
going to be about his shots. It's going to be about playing faster because they play so slow that it's like you not even taking advantage of they lack of speed on defense, and most importantly, Jokic lack of speed. DeAndre Ayton, if you don't sprint to the other end of the rim,
Bro.
you a
Preach.
wide receiver, bruh. Oh
Bro.
God.
Yeah, preach. Because he
He
be
Sprint
getting
to
me
pisses
the
me
tight.
other
off.
end of the rim, and if he block you off, seal him off, catch that jump, throw that jump hook on him, bruh. Like
Yo.
we've been talking about, okay, well, how many shots can DeAndre Ayton get? This Chris
True.
Paul thing is as weird as it is. It should open up more opportunities for DeAndre Ayton because I don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
KD and Book should start shooting 40 times a game when they've been shooting 30
Mm-hmm.
times a game. I feel as though DeAndre Ayton rim run, get easy buckets on the road. I mean, on the at home, role players and play
Hmm.
better. And I feel like it'll be 2-2 coming back to Denver. What you think, D?
Quick.
Uh,
Hey.
Definitely 2-2. You know I'm going for Phoenix, man. I want first of all say my apologies to everybody, man. But definitely I'm going with KD, DC native all day. The only thing, man, I heard y'all was preaching about DeAndre A, and I got to talk about it. He's the key factor to this series. You can't
He is.
let fucking Jokic go off for 19 rebounds and over 30 points. Your main job is to play defense on the second coming of the MVP. That's it.
Hmm.
You don't need to be scoring no mid ranges. You don't need to be focused on the offensive side. You need to stop the joke. I ain't talking about you guys stop him all the way, but at least slow him down, man. That's your objective. And let KD and Devin Book handle the offensive side, and y'all might get past the series. I'm not looking. It's not too sure for me with the Phoenix, man, right now. DeAndre Ayton
Yeah. I do
is
want to point out real quick with DeAndre Ayton, he's averaging 14 points, 7.5 rebounds, barely getting to the free throw line. He only averages half of a free throw attempt, and he's shooting
Hold up,
sixty-six
dog.
percent
Not half a free throw attempt.
half a free throw attempt, and his efficiency rating right now is at an average of a negative 10.5. So yes, he's definitely the key to this series, and he's also averaging 5 fouls a game, which, I mean, he's always been the type of player to get into foul trouble. But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's showing this much, it's showing he's getting beat in the paint. He needs to play. He needs to play more tough. And then if he ends up getting, bammed around and they get knocked out this year, I've said this time and time again about DeAndre Ayton, man. He need to play bigger. He need to get stronger. I feel like he's not conditioning himself the way he should be, nor is he working on his strength. I feel like he's no different than when he first came in the league, and that's a problem.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, he pisses me off because I don't even think he knows he's as good as he is, which
Word,
is
that part.
Good point. Good
annoying
point.
as hell, especially against the Joker, who I feel you're more agile than. You can do things against him. He's nice and everything, but and to piggyback off to just like comparing them, I love watching Inside the NBA after a game. Kenny brought up a great point. Like, you don't really want to compare them because one's getting more touches than the other. One's usage is more for his team than Aiton is for his.
Very
But,
true.
bro, you gotta fucking play big, bro. He plays so little, bro.
Hmm.
It's really irritating because I root for DeAndre. You know what I mean? Because he's nice to me. He can hit the mid range. He can get to the line, but are you gonna do it? It's like he's letting Joker just outshine him. Oh, it's the former two-time MVP. Let me just do what I can. Like, nah, bro. You should take that as a challenge, and he doesn't do that enough for me. So I'll agree with D. Like, I'm not too sure about him at
Word.
all, and he's the key.
And mind you, the averages I gave, he's averaging those numbers while playing an average of 32 minutes a game.
It's not acceptable.
That's not good.
Okay,
That's not good.
okay. I respect that. Y'all 100% on the money with those. But I don't want to leave this topic though without bringing up Jamal Murray. I feel like as great as Jokic is, Jamal Murray is who make the Nuggets different in the playoffs, bruh. When he got on
Hmm.
that wild hot streak game one, they
Mm-hmm.
blew him out. When Jokic had his great game two, the Suns had a chance at the end. They had a couple shots where they could have really gotten the game. I still feel like you need to focus on strapping up Jamal Murray because when he get the half spinning in the corner and shooting the
Oh
one-legged little
God.
fadeaways and talking to the crowd, it's a different type of energy. But
Facts.
D, close it out on this topic, then we're gonna get to the top five.
So Aaron Gordon, got to give respect to Aaron Gordon.
I was
They're
just gonna
role
say that. I'm
players.
glad you
Denver
did.
do got a deep bench. You got
Hmm.
Caldwell Pope that we let him go to
Shit.
Denver, do his thing. Aaron Gordon been balling out
Porter Jr.
just as much as I feel as though Jamal Murray been a key factor. I think Aaron Gordon been a key factor for Denver also. You need
Agreed.
you need a big three, right? Chris Bosh had been a big three for Miami to get all the way through, right? So against a team like Phoenix, Aaron Gordon keeps showing out like this. Hey, it'd be a surprise to me if Denver get past Phoenix.
And to add to D's point, Aaron Gordon averages the highest efficiency rating on the team with 18. So he's
Okay.
definitely playing great basketball for Denver.
Yo, he's surprising me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know his bag was that deep. I thought he was just a high flyer who could finish out the rim. But just seeing the variety in his game is crazy impressive. And
Oh yeah, he's averaging
someone else gonna have
57
to
from
have
three too.
a big bench in order to beat them.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
was now
Okay.
saying Aaron Gordon averaging 57 from three too. He's balling for real, for
Damn.
real.
Damn.
Yeah, 57%.
Hey Clay, I'm
That's
about to call
crazy.
you the stat man. That's I'm about every time I need a stat, I'm about to say, hey Clay, what such and such do? I'm fucking with
You know
you.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Doing the pop up TV podcast. You know what I'm saying? I always like I picked up that new niche of just always having the information ready because I hate talking about something and I don't have the actual facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
There you go.
gotta have the facts and the stats. You know the vibes.
Hey, oh, he just plug in pop up TV and facts and stats. That's why he got. That's my man, Honey Grant. We gonna get on to this top five, bro. We gonna get on to
Let's
this
get it.
top five highlight plays. So now, basically, how I interpret this, and I'll let D explain it further because this is your topic. Oh, see, nope, he jumped out. See, this is why I was mad we was gonna do the topic without him, but I'm gonna explain it though. Top five most entertaining players of all time. You know what I'm saying? Most highlights, whatever, you know what I'm saying? However you wanna interpret that, but the top five highlight players of all time. Y'all want me to start it off?
You can start it off.
All right, so my number five player is gonna be Vince Carter.
Come
Salute
on,
to
man.
Vince Sanity, you know what I'm saying, off the top. He to me, he was the best in-game dunker of all time. Like you got Kobe, you know what I'm saying? You got Braun, but as far as real life catching bodies in the lane like Alonzo Mourning, endless people for real. The alley oop be caught backwards through the jump. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see shit like that. So I'm going with Vince Carter, number five, the Raptors days and Nets days, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And D, mute your mic in the background. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Clay, it's on you for number five.
Oh damn, I gotta pick number five right now. Shit. I mean, honestly, like I can't pick somebody else. Like I would have to agree with you and say Vince too, because if
Oh,
there was anybody
you
that
got echo. You got echo.
yeah, I
Hold
hear
up.
you echoing too.
All right, go ahead.
Yo, all right, bet. So, but yeah, I would have to agree with you and say Vince, just for the simple fact, like I don't know if I would place him fifth necessarily. He might be a little higher, but I'll say Vince just to agree with you, and to also say like piggyback off what you said, and like Vince was one of the first players that I seen growing up that was like really doing crazy highlight plays. Like I'll never forget the time in the Olympics when he jumped over the 7 footer and dunked it.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just like, yo, like Vince has just always been different. And if anybody made me want to go outside after watching basketball and like try the dunks I seen on TV growing up, it was always Vince. So I'll have to agree with you on that and say Vince.
Let me throw one more point on there too, bruh. If niggas want to try to go out and do the dunks that he was doing at 45, they probably still couldn't do it. My man was still
Right.
getting up with the windmill before he retired. Probably still is now. Go
Oh
ahead, though.
yeah, when he was in Atlanta, he was balling the hell out. I remember that.
Yeah, go ahead, Kay.
I seen, of course, there ain't nothing to talk about here. Of course, number five is Vince. Like, not even a question. I had to load a rim to do the honey dip and all this extra. Like, he was part of my childhood, man. It's obviously Vince, but just seeing a recent clip of this man still dunking is insane to me, bro.
Nah, I gotta see that.
Still getting up at the rim
Nah,
almost and
he threw the
dunking
jump
it
off the
is
board, Kay.
that's
At
crazy to me,
45,
man.
that's wild.
That's ridiculous, bro. He gonna be dunking till he's about 10 for 10 years more. So yeah, you gotta go to Vince Carter, man. Nothing to talk about. We know all the joints he did. The joint on Alonzo, which is one of my favorite dunks all time. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Gotta be Vince Carter, man. Gotta be.
Hey, bruh, Vince gonna have a cane, a wheelchair. He gonna throw that shit to the side like, hey, let me see that rock right quick. You hear me? I at least got a little reverse for him or
Uncle
something.
Vince.
Yeah, right.
I feel like his little cousin was a little bit more entertaining than him. I put T Mac at number 4. Yeah, that's his little
Yeah,
cousin, right?
Damn.
They related somehow,
They
some way. I
cousins, they
forgot the
cousins,
story.
they
yeah.
cousins.
Yeah. So T Mac, bruh, he had that combo where it's like Vince had the jumper, but T Mac was more streaky with the jumper. Like when he started hitting the three, he could real like go off of 50. The comeback at the end versus the Rockets was crazy. The
Hmm?
All
Oh, you mean
Star
versus the
game, the
Spurs,
off the
versus the Spurs.
backboard jump,
Yeah.
like the first one from our era to throw the jump off the board. Now you see everybody do it every year. So T Mac number
Facts.
4.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. T Mac was definitely one of my favorite players growing up as well. When he had that 13-point comeback against the Spurs, I thought that was crazy. Like I don't think I've ever seen a comeback in a short period of time like that, like ever, unless it was like in 2K on some like virtual ish. You know what I'm saying? So definitely got to give it to T Mac because he had the clutch plays and he had the highlight dunks. Always remember him for off the backboards. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, for sure.
Hate to do it, but yet again, I have to agree, bro. Come on. Come on. I love Vince. But of course, I've always sided with T Mac because T Mac is way more complete. But talking about highlights, man, come on, man. This dude's resume is a walking highlight reel. So I gotta go with Tracy. Like all the things y'all mentioned, I completely agree with. Off the backboard, comebacks, just the way he shot the J. Like yeah, his career is full of highlights, man. Not even a question. Number 14, Mac, man.
Word.
Okay. So at number 3, hmm. Let me add shot. Cause first off, let me say this. I almost left Steph off this list. I don't know if it's cause they playing the Lakers and I'm trying to block all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to give him no credit. But I got him either at number 3 or number 2. I'm debating between him and D Wade. Help me out
Okay.
with that, y'all.
So you said between D Wade and Steph?
Yeah. What y'all think?
Honestly, I'm not even mad at you for putting D Wade on there because I forgot like how glued to the Miami Heat, like how much we were really watching the Miami Heat when D Wade was doing his thing on there. Um, but I honestly feel like I always said I wish that D Wade did a little bit more in a way, even though he did a lot for the Heat, you know what I'm saying? Put up great numbers, won championships and all that, but like I don't know. For me, I feel like I was more attracted to the excitement of style of play when it came to like someone like Derrick Rose, who like played with that speed and aggression, you know what I'm saying? So like I would probably replace D Wade with Rose, but if it's your list, I would definitely say put Steph over D Wade. Only because I got Steph probably number two on my list as well. Because not only for changing the game and making everybody want to shoot a jump shot, but how he's shooting these threes and how wild he's taking these shots, but they still in rhythm has always been crazy. So yeah,
For
that's
sure.
my
For
opinion.
sure.
Clay, yo, you reading off my paper, yo? What's good, man? Good. I would,
Nah,
and
gang.
that's funny that you say that because I 1,000% agree. I love D Wade. I wish D Wade did more, even though he did a lot for the franchise. He put the franchise on his back, but I would agree. For me, at this spot, it's either going to be between Steph or D Rose. D Rose, of course, because we never seen a guard like that do that with that type of like no regard for his body going in the
Back
air.
up from
Like
the
just the
camera a
way
little
he.
bit, K.
My fault, bro. You can hear me?
Yeah,
See
yeah,
me?
you good, you
Oh
good, you
yeah.
good.
No, I was saying like for D Rose, yo, just the ferocity he plays with is I've never seen it. I seen him in college. Actually, watching live at the Garden when he was in college, and dude is different, but if I were to choose between the two, it's gonna have to be Steph, generational, shooting the J, Turner. All these young kids are doing it, man. Before he
Right.
go in, he turning his back, running on the court. So of course I would put Steph in that slot, but D Wade. I mean, sorry, D Wade. D Rose is a close 3B. I'm gonna put it that way. But I got Steph in there.
Okay, okay. So I hear y'all on that. I'ma say
Oh, can I get my 2 cent in? Can I get my 2 cent in before you make a
Yeah.
decision?
yeah, yeah, go ahead. I can't see you though, D.
Ah, now shall I leave? I'm gonna leave out, come back in.
All right, man. All right, so damn. First off, shout out to D Rose. But to me, D Wade was a little bit more entertaining just because of how his versatility in his game. And the way he reacted when he scored a lot, when he got to the crowd, like he would get up, like when he stole the jump, threw the jump up at half court and got up on the
True.
table like this is my house. The
Yeah.
half spin in the lane, you feel me, to get back to the mid range. The 2006 finals versus the Mavs. D Wade in my top five. That's my number two, matter of fact. I put him over Steph.
Okay.
Ooh, yes, sir. You can see me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man, because I was going to point out, you know, nowadays the NBA got a little soft, but it used to be a good thing putting your body on the line, putting your body on the line for your team, for your teammates, for your organization. And one person before John Morant that was doing that was Dwayne Wade every single time. I'm talking about on three people, two people, still making the layup, still going to the foul line, making the steal, jumping out
That's
of
true.
bounds, doing all but like everything, all the hustle plays. D Wade was doing it in Miami. Now, all credit to Curry. What I be saying from Curry is totally different. But I'm gonna just pick the person who put their body on the line a little bit more, and I like the effort plays a little bit more.
Word.
Okay, okay. So gotta tell you something real quick. You frozen in the jump. So you can go out, come back in, or you can rock it out. I just want to let you know. But
It's a
I
nice
want to get
screenshot
to the
though.
top five though, real quick, right? Oh nah, never mind. See, he tried. I knew he was gonna try to perform that shit. That's why I had to let him know. All right, so number one, go for my number one, because y'all basically talked about shot two and three, like D
Yeah.
Rose and Steph, right? Basically.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, bet. Number one, if you know me, you already know what it is. Kobe, Black Mamba. The 8 and the 24, we already know what that meant. The split when he had the fro, he was in the dunk contest. He was dunking on niggas, catching the alley oops backwards. You know what I'm saying? KG got it. Tim Duncan got it. Any of your favorite Hall of Fame shot blockers, they all got it. 24 fading away on them. You know what I'm saying? The comebacks, the chips. You know what I'm saying? Playing with the broken finger, showing De'Aaron Fox that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? That you could still play like that. You could still get buckets like that. Black Mamba, man. I go on all day. That's my number one though.
Okay. Um, dang man, that's really tough because I like deep in my soul, like I've always said that Allen Iverson is probably my top, exciting player. Like when AI first came into the league, man, and became a big thing in the league, like he was the first player I went out and like got the jersey. Like yo pops, I need this jersey. Like I need this Iverson jersey, bro. Like the man's playing like it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just evident. So for me growing up, it I've always been about, what I'm saying, the ball handle, the speed, what I'm saying, as far as like what gets me the most excited about the game. But that wasn't until we got a player traded to the New York Knicks. And I know he's no Allen Iverson, don't get me wrong. I'm nowhere near comparing him to anybody in my top five.
Oh
But
shit.
I have never gotten excited watching a player like I get excited watching Jamal Crawford, bro. That is my number one top, doing the
Oh shit. Okay.
like, but that is my top player. And when it really sold me was not only when he showed everybody that his handle was real when he did that behind the back move on Heinrich that year, but when I watched him give Miami 52, I say, yeah, man, this man is a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's just obviously not like physically built and have other skill sets where he could be like a main face of a franchise. But the man's jump shot and the man ball handle was all he needed to make people come through them turnstiles to come see the Knicks play, man. The man always did his thing, and even up until late in his career, still had the ball on the string. Like, man, in my opinion, that there's nobody like him, man, as far as entertainment and really get into the bucket, you know what I'm saying? While he's doing it.
That's a good number one. I like that. I was
Oh
counting
shoot.
all
I
wrong.
don't know
No,
why we can't hear you, Rob.
you hear me?
Uh, can you hear Rob or can I not hear him?
Nah, I can't hear you, Rob.
No, I can't hear him either.
All right. So yeah, Rob will come back in. Um,
But nah,
yeah,
but
thank you.
I
Go
think
ahead.
you were. I was counting all wrong because I had Steph in my number three, my number two. I would agree with Rob. Of course, you got to go Kobe up there, just based off of everything he pointed out. It was a laundry list of shit that Kobe did that is fucking amazing. But my number one. Come on, Clay. What am I about to say, man? My king, bro.
Yeah,
LeBron James.
yeah, yeah,
LeBron James is my number one. 25 straight against Detroit. Fucking punching it on Tim Duncan. Punching it on Jay Terry. I'm sorry, he was a Celtic at the time. Punching it on Jay Terry.
Ho. You
Jumping
see
over
how
John
crazy
Lucas.
it go, bruh? He gonna say something bad about a Celtic just to big up LeBron.
My bad, yo. It's unfortunate. But come on, man. LeBron James jumping over Lucas. Like, come on,
yeah,
man. His performance against us, unfortunately, all his best shit is against us.
yeah.
But
That one dunk against Kevin on Kevin Garnett
oh
was
my gosh,
wild.
that one dunk against Kevin Garnett is stupid. That's ridiculous. But come on, man. Almost second off. It's too many highlights, man. Of course, I got number one, LeBron James, man. Come on, man. Of course.
For
I
sure.
ain't
All
mad
right.
at it.
D, I respect the fight back, bro, but I gotta let you know. You frozen again, man. Just get your top five, bro.
Top five, man. Five, I had Ja Morant sneaking in that top five, new school,
Chop.
better than you. Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant. dunking on people, making highlights every game.
That's
Every
true.
game I'm seeing a highlight on ESPN from this dude in the regular season and playoffs. Like if they win or lose. So you got to give props up to that. Number four, Vince Carter. I know y'all was talking about him earlier. High flyer in the game. Not no dunk contest. I'm talking about in game. 360 windmills, up and unders on the other side of the basket, still piping it on two people. Like Vince Carter was unbelievable the way he got up in the air. Number three, gotta mention him, man. Michael Jordan. Michael, the up and unders, the straight from the free throw line, the mid range to send Utah up out of there. Like the memories that Michael Jordan has placed on the game by itself deserve to be in these top highlights.
You right.
And let's get down to
I
the
agree.
last two. I was going back and forth with these two right here, but at number two, y'all was talking about him, man. Derrick Rose, man. Listen, one of my favorite players ever. The explosive off the quick first step that Derrick Rose had off the dribble, unmatched. Unmatched. He'll sit there at that 3 point line. Next thing you know, he'll take off on you. The center can't even recover. So then when the center take one or two steps, he already up in the air by the yam on. So he can't even yam on the center because he already up in the air while the center still trying to get over there. Derrick Rose definitely, and my number one, T Mac, of course. T Mac came out on that court all skinny, you know what I'm saying, with the nonchalant face. It was just I just listen. Every little boy when he watched basketball, football, he fell in love with that one play. T Mac was that one player for me. I saw me and T Mac, the mid range, and let's bring up that T Mac started the off the backboard alley hoop to myself type shit. Am I wrong for saying that?
Facts.
Nah,
He
facts.
started that shit. Oh
It's
my
facts.
gosh, and it was a what they call a maple point in his career. So it was T Mac definitely number one for me.
Sure. Great list, D. Great list from everybody, for real, for real. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Facts and stats, another episode. Oh, yeah. The Lakers winning. That's what I forgot. I got to say one more thing, y'all. I got to say one
Yeah.
more thing.
What
Because,
is it?
look, a lot of people been wondering, okay, when you going to really jump on the Lakers bandwagon? Is you really a Lakers fan? You ain't really been talking about them for the chip. This is what I need, Lakers. I need y'all to come back to Golden State up 3-1. If y'all could take care of that for me, if it's not a split, if it's not 2-2 coming back to Golden State, we going all the way. That's it. Low. Peace.